Hello everyone and welcome to our educational session. The topic of this session today is entrepreneurship and looking for the seemingly impossible. The topic touches on business, entrepreneurship, startup running and innovation. My name is Paul Arsoff and I'm the founder of the Decentralized Web project, and these educational sessions are part of our community building for our Decentralized Web project. As usual, in the beginning of this presentation, I'm going to tell you a little bit about our project. We did release a marketplace and collection of NFTs. What is interesting, unique and special about these NFTs is that they're based on three-dimensional objects. With three-dimensional objects, there has to be a special software which loads and displays the three-dimensional object, and as usual, the creators most often are using one of two popular choices. They're using game engines. One of them is called Unity and the other one is called Unreal. But at the point of start of this NFT, 3D NFT project, we did decide to build our own 3D software engine, and so what it does currently is that it opens a window on a computer screen. It loads the three-dimensional object in this window, and it starts animating this 3D object in a way of moving it around the window in a random fashion. In addition to opening a window, loading and displaying and animating the 3D NFT, our 3D software engine has a list of and number of additional capabilities. The first capability of our 3D NFTs is the capability of speaking. The 3D NFTs can speak in one of three different voices. The 3D NFTs can speak either in a male voice or in a female voice or in a whisper kind of a voice. In addition to these three basic voices, there are three different flavors of voices. The 3D NFTs can speak either in a normal speed or in a fast speed or in a slow speed manner. And if we take, for example, a male voice and it is spoken in a slow speed manner, then this voice can come as the voice of a very masculine person or the voice of an old person. If on the other hand we take a female voice and it is spoken with a fast speed, then this voice can come as the voice of a little girl or the voice of a funny person. So that's it regarding to the speaking capability. The second and also important capability that we have for our 3D NFTs is the capability of voice recognition. So for example, if we are having a window with 3D NFT which is moving around this window, animated in a random fashion, then we can issue our very first command to the 3D NFT to stop moving. And then the 3D NFT is going to stand still and stop moving. We can follow this very first voice command with additional voice commands, like for example, move left, move right, move up, move down, zoom in, zoom out, rotate. And then the 3D NFT is going to fulfill each of these separate voice commands and move left, then move right, move up, then move down, come closer, zoom in, go further away, zoom out, or start rotating. So that's it regarding to the voice recognition capability. The next capability that we have for our 3D NFTs is the capability of them having a basic artificial intelligence. Wow, really, wow. Um, you can ask the 3D NFT what is your name, and then the 3D NFT is going to reply with their name. You can ask the 3D NFT who are you, and then the 3D NFT is going to reply with in few sentences of who they are. You can ask the 3D NFT to describe something. For example, describe Web3 or describe decentralization or describe Russia. And then the 3D NFT is going to describe in few sentences about Web3 or about decentralization or about the country called Russia. The next and actually last but not least important capability for our 3D NFTs is the capability to see them in real 3 dimensions. Currently, we have a version of the 3D NFT which is placed and displayed on a flat two-dimensional computer screen. And we are using our imagination to imagine the 3D NFT from the flat two-dimensional computer screen in 3 dimensions. But we are going to be having a second version of the same 3D NFT, and this version is going to be displayed in a way of stereoscopics. So what stereoscopics means is that part of the 3D NFT is going to be displayed in red or reddish colors, and another part of the 3D NFT is going to be displayed in blue or bluish colors. Then you can come to our 3D NFT marketplace website, and probably this is the moment I can tell you the URL and the name of our 3D NFT marketplace. It is 3dnft.decentralizedweb.org. 3D NFT is typed in a way of the number 3 followed by the letter D and 3 other letters NFT. Altogether, this is 3D NFT. Then there is dot, then there are 2 words altogether, decentralized and web. Decentralized web, then there is dot, and it ends with org. Once again, 3dnft.decentralizedweb.org. On the main page, you are going to see in the middle a composite image of our very first collection of 3D NFTs. You can click on this composite image and you are going to see all of the items in our first collection of 3D NFTs. Then above this, close to the top of the screen, you're going to see a link to accessories. And in this link for accessories, you're going to see that we're offering special glasses. You can click and then order 1 pair of these special glasses, and when you receive these glasses, you're going to see that one lens of these glasses is red and the other lens of these glasses is blue. Then you can put these glasses with one lens which is red and the other lens which is blue. and you can request displaying of the 3D NFTs in a wave stereoscopics, and then you're going to see the 3D NFT coming out of the flat two-dimensional computer screen, and you're going to see it in real 3 dimensions. So that's the last capability for our 3D NFTs and the software engine. But let me tell you a little bit also about our 3D NFT marketplace. And our so what is unique and special about our 3D NFT marketplace is that it is oriented specifically towards offering 3-dimensional objects. So currently we have our first collection, but we're going to be adding additional collections, and all of the NFTs in the first and in the additional collections, they're going to be based on 3-dimensional objects. Another thing which is unique and special about our marketplace and 3D NFTs is that we are running our own blockchain instance. This blockchain instance is based on Ethereum software, and the software is identical to Ethereum mainnet, or for example Polygon Matic or Avalanche Avax, or multiple other blockchains which are having their own crypto coins. By having our own blockchain instance, we do not require our users to pay gas fees for deployments of the smart contracts for the non-fungible tokens, and our users do not pay fee also for transactions with transfers of ownership from the initial ownership from our marketplace to the first user, and transfers from the first user to another user who become a current owner of a specific 3D NFT. Another thing which is unique and special about our 3D NFT marketplace is that we are allowing purchase, buying and selling of 3D NFTs in multiple crypto coins. Currently, the choices of crypto coins which the users can use for buying and receiving proceedings from sale of 3D NFTs include Solana Sol, Polygon Matic, Avalanche Avax, and KuCoin, which is a big centralized crypto exchange. They have a coin called KCS. In addition to choices of paying with crypto, we have a second parallel and independent way of buying and selling 3D NFTs done entirely in fiat currency. So I can describe the way, for example, let's say you're the user, you come to our 3D NFT marketplace, you click on the composite image of our first collection, you see all of the items, all of the 3D NFTs in our first collection. You like one of these 3D NFTs, you click on it, and then you're going to see a video of this 3D NFT as it is moving, and you're going to be presented with a choice of paying in one of 4 different crypto coins, and paying also with fiat currency. So let's say you choose paying with fiat currency, you click on the button to advance next, and you're presented with a screen where you can put the number of your debit or credit card, expiration date, and so on. And you can click on the button to make the payment. And what is happening then is there's going to be a transaction from your national fiat currency and transfer um, um, to our bank account. Like there's going to be a conversion from your national fiat currency to US dollars, and like deposit of this amount of payment into our bank account. So we're going to follow this action with the second and following action of transfer of the initial ownership from our marketplace to you as the first user who is owning this 3D NFT. And let's say you are going to enjoy this 3D NFT for a while, you're going to play with it, and let's say you decide to put this 3D NFT for sale. Then you are putting the pricing then with which you want to sell this 3D NFT. And let's say there is a second user who comes to our 3D NFT marketplace. They browse through the NFTs, and let's say they like the specific 3D NFT which was put for sale. So what is going to happen is this second user, they're going to click on this 3D NFT, and let's say they decide to pay with fiat currency as well. So what is going to happen is the second user is clicking, making payment. This payment is converted from the national fiat currency of the second user to US dollars, and it is deposited in our bank account. So then we have a following action of transfer of ownership from the first user to the second user, and the second user is becoming the current user of this 3D NFT. So then what is going to happen is there's going to be a transaction and a transfer of fiat currency conversion from converted from US dollars to the national fiat currency of you, the first user, who is now a former owner of the 3D NFT. And this national fiat currency is going to be deposited in your bank account. So what I did describe is the second parallel and independent way of buying and selling of 3D NFTs, and it is done entirely in fiat currency. With this said, I'm going to end the introduction of our project and come back to the topic of our educational event today, which is entrepreneurship and looking for the seemingly impossible. So this topic was inspired by an article which I did read, and I'm going to start with asking you to go back to the time you were in school and remember that we did learn that it was seemingly impossible to see anything smaller than half of the way wavelength of light, no matter how powerful the instrument or the microscope have been. This limitation is hard. It is a fixed law in physics, no matter of how good the microscope it is. It is just the law of nature, and it has been proven mathematically going back in by a mathematician in 1873. Except there were two physicists called one of them called Betzig and the other one called Hell. They figured out how to break this law, for which they won the Nobel Prize in 2014. Now there is no theoretical limit to the smallest size that can be visualized. The technique basically uses fluorescence to determine multiple tiny points in the object and produce a composite image. So like there are some examples in the images, and the images which compare the best which can be seen by a microscope, and then another one which could be seen by a nanoscope, which is based on the invention and this technique in fluorescence. And we can see that the second image is much more clearer, and it shows much more details compared with an image made with just an ordinary microscope. The funny thing is that once these two physicists showed that breaking this physics limit was not impossible, then a very large group of other people started coming up with ways to see things smaller than wavelength of the light. Perhaps the biggest advantage that Betzig and Hell had was that they believe that breaking this physics law was actually possible. They were right. It was not impossible, but it was just almost impossible. So there's a word of difference between something which that is impossible and something which is almost impossible. Just like there's a world of difference between a stock market that is perfectly efficient and one that is almost perfectly efficient. So at least for people who are as talented as Warren Buffett. And now that we mentioned Buffett, it would be a good time to go to business, like look at the business, which is what this post is about. In general, the harder something is, the more value you can have. If we're building an innovation-led company, what we want to do is to try to pursue things that are really, really hard to do. So hard that most people think they're impossible. Things that are actually impossible, of course, have no value. So we wouldn't want to do those. And things that are easy have actually low value. The things with the greatest value are things which are almost impossible. And like there's a certain zone of impossibility where something is so hard that people think it is impossible, but it is actually possible. And where we automatically get like a beachhead and mode of defensibility once we achieve it. If we can stay in this zone of impossibility, then we can build a great company. In fact, we could argue that every truly great company was built in the zone of impossibility. And a lot of people will shy away from the less proven technology because of the risks and because it will be harder. Other people will favor the new technology because of the rewards, despite the fact that it will be more difficult to achieve. In many cases, obviously, the risk benefit has to make sense. And we have to tell people that we should choose the new technology because it will be more difficult, not despite the fact that it will be difficult. So that's because it is only possible to build competitive advantage if we are good at something that is hard to do and your competition is not. We cannot build a competitive advantage on something that is easy, that anyone can do. In fact, unless our business model is a complete commodity compete on price model, we might even outsource things that are really easy. So if we're not outsourcing something, we may ask, what is it about this that we're doing that puts it into the zone of impossibility? It could be different things, but like the work we are going to be doing, it would be it would have sent other companies like it would be having other companies, hundreds of people, and they would have be thinking that saying that it was impossible to achieve. The key takeaway here is that there's a world of difference between almost impossible and impossible. Almost impossible things are things that most people think are impossible, but they're actually not. And where the most value and valuable innovation actually happens. And with this said, I'm ending this presentation. Thank you for coming. Thank you for viewing this. I like to invite you to come and check our 3D NFT marketplace and like the URL and the name of our 3D NFT marketplace once again is 3dnft.decentralizedweb.org. On the bottom of every page you can see the icons of the social networks that we're posting on. You can click on one or more of these icons. You can see the like you can join and become a follower, and then you can get notified about events just like the educational event today. With this said, thank you for coming, thank you for viewing, have a nice day, have a nice evening, and goodbye.